Welcome to PlayPianoToday.com. This is Chapter 1 from the piano lesson series titled Slash Chords. Today we're talking about a very powerful concept. It's called slash chords. It's a real simple way to get fantastic fat chords with minimal brain effort. All these thick, fat chords that I'm playing are very simple to understand once you get the concept of slash chords. Let's take a look at what this means. Like I said earlier, slash chords can be used to very easily create thick chord extensions like 9ths, 11ths, and 13ths with very minimal brain effort, which is a great piece of news for me. Today we're going to be turning dominant 7 chords into fantastic sounding 11 chords. Okay, and if that sounds overwhelming, stick with me. We're going to look at this by the end of the lesson. Just one quick note. Everything in this lesson is based on our original course titled Pattern, Piano, and Keyboard. You can find that on the net at PlayPianoToday.com. That course teaches you to play any song on the piano or the keyboard by ear using the revolutionary technique of rhythmic patterns. In addition, in that course we go through every conceivable type of 7th chord. So that's a basic foundation for this lesson. But at this point, I'm going to assume that you've gone all the way through that course and you're very familiar with those concepts. One other quick note. We also have some courses online that are called fat chord voicings. P-H-A-T, meaning something that's rich and delicious and excellent and first rate. But fat chord voicings is actually a step up from what we're doing here today. Today in this lesson called Slash Chords, we're making our first excursion into the land of higher chord extensions, and we're using these slash chords to easily grasp and get our minds around the concept. So if it sounds a bit technical, or if you've been looking at the fat chord voicing lessons that we've got, first go through this lesson today. Slash chords are an excellent first step into the world of higher chord extensions. As you were going through pattern, piano, and keyboard, you found out that to construct a dominant 7th chord, in this case, G dominant 7, you first use the root, the 3rd, and the 5th to create a major triad on the bottom and added a dominant 7th to the top. That's the first way that piano players learn to play dominant 7th chords. And we're going to use that in this lesson to show you kind of a starting point. But by the end of the lesson, we're going to change that G7 chord, or G dominant 7, into this, which has actually the same exact function, but has a whole new sound to it. This is actually G11, and it really opens up your music. Sounds like rocket science when I say G11, right? But it's actually very simple to play once you understand the concept of slash chords. But again, I'm going to start very simply. I'm going to play all the way through an old spiritual, just using the standard voicing of the dominant 7th chord, with the root, the 3rd, the 5th, and the dominant 7th, all bunched together, okay? This will give us a starting point. Here it is. In this example, you'll see 2 different dominant 7th chords, G7 and D7. Again, I'm going to assume that you know how to construct those chords as we go through this. Here we go. Swing low, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home. Swing low, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home. Now we're going to look at taking all those dominant 7 chords and changing them into fantastic slash chords.